Hi guys, welcome back to Spelling and Word Study. My name is Mrs. Rhoades and I'm here to get you started on Unit 21, Long E with the vowel team EE. Please take a second to gather your materials. You will need your red book open to page 131. You will also need some colorful pens, markers, or crayons. Remember, whatever I mark on my board, you should be marking on your paper. Please save room for a key as well. All right, so we have spent the last several weeks talking about long vowels. Remember, there are 5 long vowel sounds, and they say A, E, I, O, and U, or oo sometimes. So we talked about long A. We learned that we can make a long A sound by using a vowel team like AI or AY. Last week we started talking about long E, and we found out that we can use the vowel team EA to make an E sound in words like read or meet. So today we're going to talk about another vowel team. It turns out that when you put EE together, that also makes a long E sound. So I want you to notice that all of our words this week contain a double E, and all of our words, except for this one, have a long E sound. This is a bit of a rule breaker, but it's an important word to know, which is why I included it in our list. So please repeat after me. Ben, feed, feel, keep, meet, need, queen, seem, week, wheel. Did you hear that E sound in most of our words? Good, so let's go through our list, and we're going to skip this one for a second. Let's go to number 2. Put a box around the EE in feed, the EE in feel, keep, and meet, need, and queen, seem, week, and wheel. Over in our key, green box represents the EE vowel team, which makes a long E sound. Okay, now let's go back to our first word, because even though it has an EE, we don't pronounce that bean. Okay, if we were talking about a bean, like a jelly bean or a green bean, we would spell it like that with our EA vowel team. This is a word that means like, how have you been? Or what have you been up to? Or I've been teaching for a long time now. So this right here is a rule breaker, because that EE actually makes a short E sound, B-N, right? Like a boy's name. It kind of sounds like a homophone for the name Ben, okay? So over here, purple box equals EE, but it's going to make a short E sound, B-N. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We've got Ben here. All right, now the next thing I want to do is I want to draw your attention to a digraph. Do you see it here? Remember, we've talked about those. CH says ch, SH says sh, TH says f, and yes, right here, WH says w. Okay. Very confusing, because WH makes the same exact sound as W. So some words in our language have WH and some just have W. And there's no quick and easy trick for remembering that. You just have to memorize it. So over here, brown box equals WH, which is a digraph. Two letters coming together to make one sound. I also want to draw your attention to the QU here. We've only seen Q once before in this book, and that was, I think, week 2 with the word quit. So here's a good little refresher, a reminder that Q and U always travel together. In the English language, you will never see a Q by itself. It is always followed by U. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That Q and U are a team, so we're just going to say Q, U, team. They make the qu sound. Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to go through and mark our verbs. We've been talking a lot about verbs over the last few weeks. We know that those are action words, things that we can do and cars can do or plants can do, animals can do, Mother Nature can do. So we have the word feed, like I feed my pets. That's something I can do. Feel is a verb, like I feel sick or I feel happy. Keep is a verb, like I keep all my pencils in my desk. Meet is a verb, like meet me at the restaurant at 6. Need is a verb, like I need a break or I need some more gas for my car. We can't queen. We can seem. We can say, oh, she seems tired or she seems cranky. He seems nice. So to seem means to appear to be a certain way. So that's a verb. We can't weak and we can't wheel. Okay, so we have several verbs this week. And I do want you to notice that when you get to page 134, you are going to practice taking some of your verbs and putting them in the past tense. And the most common way to do that is to add ed. So you can change peek, now I peek, to peeked. Yesterday I peeked. Now I peel a banana. Yesterday I peeled a banana. Now I need a break. Yesterday I needed a break. Okay, so on the top here, it's pretty easy. We just add ed. But on the bottom, we have words like keep, feed, meet, and feel. Those are all rule breakers because we can't just add ed to the end of those. So now I feed my dog. We wouldn't say yesterday I feeded my dog. That would be silly. We'd say yesterday I fed my dog. Okay. Now I feel sick. Yesterday I felt sick, right? Feel is not a word. Now I keep some money in my wallet. Yesterday I kept some money in my wallet. Notice for each of these, we're creating a whole new word. Now I meet the new student in my class. Yesterday I met the new student in my class. Finally, we have one that follows the rule, right? I need a break. Yesterday I needed a break. You seem tired. Yesterday you seemed tired. We're just adding ed. Turns out you can use wheel as a verb now that I think about it, because you can wheel somebody in on the stretcher or in their wheelchair, or you can wheel in a cart. So we can change it to the past tense by saying, you know, now the paramedics wheel in the stretcher. Yesterday they wheeled in a stretcher. So nothing tricky here. These all follow the ed rule. These are irregular verbs that we just have to memorize, okay? The word been is also a verb. It belongs in the same family as is and am and are. So I am teaching. I have been teaching for many years. So this is already a form of the past tense, right? We use this to describe something that we are doing now and we were already doing. So I've been working on my homework for an hour. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. So this is already a verb in the past tense. Okay, so over here, V equals verb, our action words. The last thing I want to talk about with you, because it shows up a lot this week, is homophones. Homophones are two words, sometimes three words, that sound the same, but they are spelled differently and have different meanings. So a good example of that is meet. This kind of meet, M-E-E-T, means meet me at the park, meet me at 6. But this kind of meat is a food that you eat, like ham is a meat, steak is a meat. So meat and meat are homophones. They sound the same, but they're spelled differently and have different meanings. Do you see any other homophones on our list? Oh, how about the word need, right? If you need something, it's important, right? You feel like you have to have it right now. But there's another kind of need with the silent K. Maybe you've heard this one before. If you're making bread or pizza, you have to knead the dough. You kind of push it and pull it. You stretch it and squeeze it. That would be kneading. So need and need are homophones. Same thing with this word. Seem is like if something seems strange, it appears to be strange. But a seam can also be like right here, where fabric comes together. So the seam, like here's a seam on my sleeve right here, where the pieces of fabric are sewn together. But that kind of seam is spelled with an E-A, okay? One more, the word week. This kind of week equals 7 days, right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 7 days in a week. This kind of week means like tired, right? So she was very weak after her surgery. He was very weak when he recovered from his illness, okay? So think of weak as not strong. All right, so over here, anything that I underlined in orange is a homophone, okay? Notice most of our homophones have an EE and then an EA. EE and EA. Because EE and EA make the same exact sound and they show up in the same exact parts of a word. Sometimes at the beginning, sometimes at the middle, sometimes at the end. So really you just have to kind of memorize which spelling to use. So I think that's going to be the trickiest part this week, is knowing if you should use EE or EA when you're spelling a word that has that E sound. All right, that's all I have for you today. Good luck, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.